Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we are talking about fragrances, more specifically two amazing fragrances right now available on Jomashop that they sent over, so thank you to Jomashop for sending these two essentially viral fragrances over. These have been getting a lot of hype. Today I am here to tell you whether or not they are worth that hype, but first, we are in the midst of a massive Black Friday sale on Jomashop, so if you guys head over to jomashop.com, I will leave the link in the description down below. You are going to save on some of your favorite brands. The sale starts today, Friday at 10 a.m. and ends on Monday, December 1st at 11:59 p.m. So be able to have time to go over to the site, find your favorite fragrance from so many brands: Parfums de Marly, Bond No. 9, Mind Games, Afnan, Lattafa, any brand that you can think of, probably on deep discount right now. So go over, check out Jomashop sales. I will link it down below. And if you wait till the end of the video, I'm going to give you details on how to win a $100 gift card just for you to go use on Jomashop. But let's wait till the end of the video to cover that. Let's jump into it. All right, so what I know about these two fragrances, we are looking at Vanilla Aura, and both of these are from Maison Asrar. Guys, I've talked about Maison Asrar on the channel before. They are a Middle Eastern fragrance company that I have been super impressed with, and just amazing fragrances thus far. So I have high expectations for both of these, Vanilla Aura and Vanilla Seduction. My understanding is that these are both inspired by two really popular vanilla fragrances from Guerlain, of all houses. So I'm gonna bust these open. I'm gonna test both of these on skin, walk you guys through what I pick up, and ultimately let you know if Vanilla Aura and Vanilla Seduction are actually any good. Let's get into it. Now these both look like eau de parfum concentrations, and I'm a fan of vanilla. Look, to me, vanilla is a unisex note, and if the fragrance is vanilla dominant, a lot of times I find myself being able to wear that scent. Both of these I want to say are unisex, but I'll let you know whether or not I believe that to be true. Here you have the presentation. Have that frosted bottle, the ambery colored juice inside, nice gold cap, feels really nice in hand, nice angular cuts here. Really nice looking bottle. Nice and heavy, decently heavy cap. Let's check that atomizer. And I would expect a really good atomizer because Maison Asrar, they attention to detail. It's okay, not their best. All right, so let's see. Yeah. First thing that pops out is amber, and that vanilla. It's a little powdery, a little bit smoky. So this is going to fit in line with other vanilla fragrances, at least in the air. Where it goes feminine for me, where vanilla can really cross that line between unisex on into feminine, is the florals. The florals are going to sort of be the driving force behind that. So for me, it's white florals, things like jasmine. Those tend to make it a little more feminine. In the air, I'm not getting that right now. I'm getting a sweet amber. There's a warmth, powdery, vanilla, slightly smoky. Let's see what it does off of skin. Oh, okay, interesting. A little different off of skin. I'm almost getting a, yeah, almost like an anisette type of vibe to it. It's nice, different. There's also a green note, some aromatic touch. There is a slight, what is it that I'm thinking of? Like black licorice almost. So it's like that anise note. It is kind of taking over the scent. So my expectation is that this is going to settle in a little bit. I think it's an acquired note. This is not going to be for everyone. I think it's an interesting note. For me, it's like I want to learn more about the fragrance. Some people might be turned off to it immediately. For me, yeah, there's no syntheticness here. So that's the first thing I look for in some of these clone fragrances, dupes, whatever, Middle Eastern fragrances, is that do they need time? Is there something amiss in that opening that it just feels like the fragrance needs more time to macerate or whatever? There might be some of that going on here, but also I think it's the note itself. I'm going to take a look at the notes really quick. Okay, so you have bergamot, lemon, lily of the valley, vanilla, caramel, chocolate, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and tonka. Maybe it's the chocolate? That could be it. It's a bitter chocolate, but there's also like, for me, the powderiness could be coming also from that chocolate. I find it to be the case with some cacao fragrances, even that tonka. So for me, it again, unisex fragrance, interesting top note. I don't know if that's gonna get better or worse. I'm not sure. It's not necessarily something I'm loving at the moment, but to be determined. Let's bust open the Vanilla Seduction. I'm going to give this one a little more time on my skin, and we'll revisit it. Let's get this one open. Spiritueuse Double Vanille from Guerlain is what Vanilla Seduction is inspired by. And okay, so you're getting, all right, so this is just what looks like a new vanilla line from Maison Asrar. And you have essentially the same presentation here, just different colored bottle gradient. It has that sort of much darker amber color, the lighter amber underneath. So I'm expecting a darker fragrance with Vanilla Seduction, but essentially the same presentation. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Same atomizer. Get this one on skin, give it a second, see what I pick up in the air. Okay, so this for me is more feminine. Exactly for the reason that I explained with the other. This has a little bit more of an old school vibe to me, like a perfume that maybe one of the older women in my life at the time, maybe an aunt, a grandmother, dare I say. That's just my knee-jerk reaction. It doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to pick up off of skin. There is a floral note here, and I'm not quite sure what it is. That is probably the reason for that. So, but I will say, very high quality smelling fragrance. This, to me, and I don't know necessarily what these cost. Again, I'm going to put the price here and take a look. My expectation is that they're well under $50. Doesn't smell like a $50 fragrance or $40 fragrance. It smells like $100+ fragrance. So right there, the quality, very, very good for what I would anticipate to be a more budget conscious fragrance. Okay, so off of skin, it's more unisex for me. So that was, again, in the air, and things change off of skin. There's almost like a booziness to this. I appreciate the name Seduction. It feels like more of an evening out version of vanilla. Does have kind of a sexy edge to it. I like it. Now, this is one that I think would probably benefit from some maceration. And the reason for that is not because the quality, like I said, the quality is great. There's nothing synthetic here. It's just that some of the notes are, they're kind of flat on my skin. And what I find is that with a little bit of time, especially with these Middle Eastern fragrances, is that those notes start to come through. They become a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more alive with time. So you do 10 or 20 sprays, leave it on your shelf for like a few weeks, revisit it, go back again 2-3 weeks later. I mean, it really does take some time. And then all of a sudden, if you leave it alone for like a month, fragrance is totally different. Not necessarily in the scent profile, like it still smells like it, but there's just more going on, more depth, complexity, the whole thing. Performance. Let's take a look at the notes. Yeah, so smack dab right in the middle of the accords is the white floral. Again, that is what is giving me that feminine touch, but I didn't get as much of that off of the skin. So, top notes, jasmine, of course, plum, lily of the valley. Mid notes, brown sugar, vanilla caramel. And then in the base, you have amber, tonka, musk, and patchouli. So 1,000% those top notes, the jasmine, the lily of the valley, feminine leaning for me. But they dissipated in the air, on skin. So in the air, but now with maceration, they might come out more on my skin later. So this could become more feminine than what I'm getting right now. I just get the sense that some of the notes in here are just a little flat, and that with time will come out. So just that's from smelling thousands of fragrances, and in my experience, I can say that to be the case. I wish I was getting more of that plum. Really not getting any fruitiness at all, although plum for me is a little bit more of an earthy sweetness. Really like plum in fragrances, by the way. I think it's one of the underutilized notes, but I just wish I was getting more of it here. I think this has a lot of potential. That's where I'll leave it. I think Vanilla Seduction has a lot of potential, and I like how the vanilla is used here. It's not too sweet. It's not too overly done. Smells really natural. Has that kind of boozy vanilla touch, which again, for me, is definitely night out vanilla, 100% unisex. The only question mark for me on Vanilla Seduction is going to be those white florals. Am I going to get more of those off of my skin when this has a little bit more time to macerate? Hey guys, so editor's note on Vanilla Aura. I realized afterwards I never went back to tell you guys how it's changed on my skin. Now, one thing I will say is that kind of odd, and I will say odd, it was slightly sharp and kind of taking over the fragrance was that kind of anise sharp note, which typically I like in fragrances, but for some reason it wasn't my favorite here. And that kind of went away. That's fine. I think right now off of my skin, the fragrance smells nice. The only thing that is a question mark for me is going to be the performance. It is very sort of quickly fading on my skin. Now that could be nose blindness. I don't want to immediately just assume that it's disappearing. But this, again, just like the Vanilla Seduction, I'm going to need more time with both of these. I would expect to need time to macerate. I don't like to make a knee-jerk reaction too quickly on Middle Eastern fragrances. I will say I've had better from the house of Maison Asrar in terms of performance. Really no performance issues to speak of on the other fragrances from them. It's a little subtle. It's a little kind of, to me, coming across very sort of wispy, transparent, which maybe is the goal of the fragrance, but not how it started. It started off really strong, and now it's only been like maybe 25, 30 minutes since I ended filming, and it's already kind of fading off of my skin. So I don't know, guys. Jury's still out, but yeah, that's where we're at with it right now. Overall, I think both of these are worth a look, especially if you fans of the Guerlain fragrances, which, full disclosure, I have not smelled before, but I'm saying if you have experience with those fragrances, you may want to try these. Can't wait to try these more, give them a little bit more of an in-depth look and full wear. I think this week I'll probably wear Vanilla Aura. I'm going to spray this one and put it away for a bit. Vanilla Seduction. I think I'm going to wear Vanilla Aura. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now, that is last week's rotation. So I will give it a full wear, talk about more in my weekly rotation, let you guys know about performance and whether or not my wife liked it, which, full disclosure, again, I don't think she's going to like it. She's not a fan of vanilla. So I might be on my own with these, but I will ask around. I'll ask people, do you like it? What do you think? And we'll see what people think. Now, the $100 gift card. What I need from you guys is to, if you are not already, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. I truly appreciate it. If you're a fan of fragrance, I think you will like my channel. We are on the road to 26,000 subscribers. I could not be more ecstatic about that. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Second, like this video. It goes a long way. Again, you would not think it does, but it really helps the algorithm. It helps the channel grow. Like this video. And finally, drop a comment. It can be anything. It can be, hey, Gerard, you suck, or thank you for the great content. Whatever, drop it in the comment section down below. You will automatically be entered in the giveaway. And guys, other than that, I truly appreciate all the love and the support. I hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Make sure you get over to jomashop.com, save some money. We're all tightening our belts right now, especially this time of year with the holidays, but my feeling is that you are going to find some fantastic deals on Jomashop. I will link that down below. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.